Once you start making your own seafood boils, I promise you will never look back. Here's how I make mine. So basically, half the seasonings in my pantry. Old Bay is non-negotiable. Black pepper, all-purpose seasoning, lemon pepper, paprika. I also use ground ginger because it tends to help with the heartburn. I also use fresh garlic, fresh onions, and fresh lemons. Get you a big old pot. I'm using my mom's Dutch pot, and then I add in my fresh ingredients with some of my seasoning mix and just a little bit of water. I like to get this simmering to kind of bring all the flavors together first. And then once that's ready, I add in my potatoes, which I've washed and chopped, and then I add in the rest of my water. So basically, you're gonna fill up the pot with water. Just a quick stir to make sure there's no seasoning stuck at the bottom. And y'all, I almost forgot my pepper sauce. And while my potatoes are boiling, it gives me time to prep all of my other ingredients. And then once the water starts to boil, I add in my corn because it does not take long to cook corn. And then usually the potatoes are done right after the corn. Take those out, add in my shrimp. Basically, everything cooks really fast once the water starts to boil. I do my shrimp, then my mussels, then my crab legs. And if you're using frozen seafood, make sure everything's defrosted first. And then I do my sausage and my broccoli. And then that's everything. Once everything's done, I melt up some butter with some chopped garlic and onions, and I just pour that over. And when I tell you, this is a hit in my household, scrum dilly yum yum, burr purr. And that is how I make my seafood boils.